Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. There is an announcement from the DOD and VA collectively working to better programs. I want to jump into this with you. Before I do, I want to throw on a special thank you to Crazy Car Grandpa. Thank you so much for your super comment. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really do appreciate your support. Crazy Car Grandpa, thank you so much. All right, so let's jump into this. The VA and the Department of Defense announce updates to improve veteran and caregiver access to installations. Now, here's the thing. This may or may not apply to you today, right? But maybe it will in the future, and it does affect and impact our brothers and sisters out there. Wanted to read through this with you, bring it to your awareness. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. If you want to support the channel in other ways, consider being a member. Thank you so much to all you members. I appreciate your support. I do my best to find you in the comments. All right. Here we go. On Friday, this just came out on a Sunday, November 17th. So what is that? The 15th? Friday the 15th. On Friday, the 15th of November 2024, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Defense announced an improved installation access process for veterans and eligible caregivers for medical appointments, shopping, and certain morale, welfare, and recreation (MWR) services. Veteran and caregiver eligibility will now be electronically verified during the installation access process. Eligible veterans who do not have a VA issued, okay, this is the health ID card that you get from the VA. So eligible veterans who do not have a VA issued veteran health identification card, as well as eligible caregivers, can enroll for installation access at the visitor center using their Real ID Act compliant driver's license, right? So remember, they went through and they revised everything. You had to show up with your birth certificate and your social, whatever. You got to bring all your documentation, get your ID card. You could also get veteran stamped on there. So they're utilizing those. Remember, don't go through a side gate for the first time. You got to go through the visitor center main gate where you can go inside and give them your information and so forth. So I actually did a video on this that was from the VA not too long ago, a couple days ago. So if you see this and you want more information directly from the VA, you can go find that video as well. And it's basically, it says easier access to get onto bases. So let's move on here. Let's see. Starting November 1st, which was 20 days ago, veterans without a veteran health identification card, as well as eligible caregivers, no longer need to present a VA-issued caregiver patronage letter, VA-issued service-connected disability letter, or VA Health Eligibility Center Form H623 Alpha to enroll for installation access. These updates reflect VA, DOD, and the administration's ongoing commitment to expand and improve care and benefits for those who served. DOD installations provide numerous benefits and critical services to our nation's veterans, including health care, said VA Deputy Secretary Tanya Bradshaw. We are grateful for our partnership with the DoD and the ability to implement these updates to make military installation access easier for veterans and their caregivers. Our veterans and their caregivers deserve a smooth experience in accessing installations, said Ashish Vazirani, who is performing the duties of Undersecretary of Defense for Personnel and Readiness. We are glad to work with the Department of Veterans Affairs on this initiative and look forward to continuing to welcome eligible veterans and VA caregivers to military exchanges and commissaries and at eligible facilities like golf courses, movie theaters, and clubs. To enroll for reoccurring installation access, eligible veterans and caregivers must establish identity, fitness, and purpose on their first visit to each DoD installation they wish to access at the visitor center. As part of the enrollment, they must, 3 things: present an acceptable credential, that would be your Veterans Health ID card, or if you don't have one, you can utilize your Real ID to establish identity. undergo an on-the-spot criminal record and terrorism check to establish fitness, have their eligibility for on-installation benefits verified electronically to establish purpose. If purpose is for healthcare and the DOD installation does not have a commissary in exchange or authorized MWR service, then proof of appointment will be needed for access. Following enrollment, the veteran or eligible caregivers can access the installation by presenting the same ID card, whether it was your veteran health identification card or your state-issued real ID, whether it's an identification card or a driver's license. They enrolled with to gain access to the installation gate. So whatever you enrolled with will be your primary identification to get onto the base. Enrollment is typically valid for 1 to 3 years or 1 year after the last visit to the given installation. If a patron's ID card expires, they will need to re-enroll with their new ID. So they're gonna plug in your information on your card, with an expiration date, and then that expiration date becomes your expiration to get onto that base, and then you will have to just bring your new ID when you get it. Termination of a patron's eligibility will automatically result in the termination of installation access enrollment. Veterans who do not have a veteran health identification card and eligible caregivers will still need to provide a hard copy letter, a VA-issued caregiver patronage letter, a VA-issued service-connected disability letter, or a VA Health Eligibility Center Form H623 Alpha to show eligibility to commissary exchange or authorized MWR services, as these facilities cannot electronically verify eligibility. Currently, for purposes of MWR, commissary and exchange shopping, eligible caregivers are those who are approved and designated as a primary family caregiver of an eligible veteran under the VA's Program of Comprehensive Assistance for Family Caregivers. Recently, VA and DOD continued partnership has increased healthcare access for veterans in Alabama, the Gulf Coast, and Tampa regions of Florida, Kentucky, New York's Hudson Valley, Tennessee, and Virginia. Learn more about commissary and exchange privileges for veterans. Veterans with additional questions are encouraged to contact their local installation for further assistance, or you can also visit militaryonesource.mil and get a lot of good information from there. And not just on this specific topic. Military One Source is a great resource for everyone. So you should always check that out. Now, with that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support very, very much. And thank you. So remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.